Hey guys, it is Tuesday, November 11th, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right guys, we got a slightly different format in the video today. We're still going to be looking at free VST plugins, but we'll definitely going to be focusing on a developer that's making some amazing JSFX plugins. I've always wanted to talk about this developer and these plugins, but at the time I only knew about using it in my DAW. It's native to my DAW, JSFX. These are not VST effects, these are JSFX. And that plugin format is native to my DAW, but there's a way to use it in any DAW that is VST compatible. So we're gonna look at them today. And I've been talking about that wrapper that converts it for the past couple of weeks. So let's jump right into it. The free VST plugins for today are as follows. Check, check. All right, sorry about that. So it's from the developer Tukan Studios. The main guy, I'm thinking he's the only one that's doing the developing. His name is John Matthews. And he's been releasing these plugins for at least 3 years now. So like I said, these plugins are natively available in Reaper, the Reaper DAW. So, but you can use them in other DAWs, which is what I'm going to show today. So it's a lot of plugins. I'm not going to be able to go through all of them, but it's a lot. He has effect plugins, utility plugins, and he also has some sound generating plugins like synths, and there's an organ, and he's constantly developing more plugins. The plugins are well supported. If there's an issue, he works on it, he fixes it, and he's constantly updating and improving what he has, in addition to developing new ones. So if you notice here, we have different plugins. We have an 1176 emulation here. This one is a degradation plugin. It's called Degrader. He has his Series 2 plugins, Series 1 and then Series 2. The Series 2 came with a lot of cool under the hood features and things like resizing and other things that he has baked into the menu system. So I'm going to be looking at more of the Series 2 plugins, just for the simple fact that they are resizable. So if you see here, he has a guitar amp. There's also one that's more focused towards bass amp, but these are pretty flexible, very feature rich, as we'll look at. So we see here a LA2A type emulation. We have Pultec EQ emulation here. This is a sub mixer. This is actually not just a rotary effect, it's a full-blown organ. So you're just looking at the Leslie speaker, but it is an organ. You can also load just the Leslie as an effect. to use all the effects that's in there, including the rotary function, but it is actually a full-on organ. And we have a tape emulator here, it's a tape machine style plugin, and this is a channel strip, a summing channel strip. So it has input like desk noise and saturation, then there's a gate, there's a compressor, EQ, and then there's more here on the output trim, soft clip, hard clipping. Very nice. I use this a lot on my vocal bus if I have background vocals and I just want to process everything. I use this for most of my processing. Clean up the low end, a little bit of EQ, compression, some saturation, all that good stuff. I can get 70 to 85% there with this, and then if I want to add more, then I'll add another plugin. But it's a pretty good strip plugin where you have a lot of things just there. Like the gate is very important for that also. So we'll look at some more of that stuff in depth. So here we have the YSFX, which I've talked about before, 2 other videos. I'm talking about it again because we're focusing on JSFX plugins. So the YSFX plugin allows you to load JSFX in any DAW. So this plugin that we're looking at, YSFX, is a VST3 plugin. I think they also have VST2. Well, we'll look at it. So let's look at the links. So we click on the download link. It's going to take you to this page here on GitHub where you see all the links for you to download the different versions. So we have Linux, we have it for Mac, we have it for Windows, 32-bit, 64-bit, clap, VST3. There's a portable version. For Mac, we have AU. So good amount of versions. So everybody should be covered who wants to utilize these JSFX. So we use the YSFX as a wrapper to load the JSFX, which we'll look at in a minute. Now the links for Tukan Studios, we have a download link here, and we also have the link to his YouTube channel. Definitely go to the YouTube channel, check out the channel, drop him a message, drop him some likes. If you want to know more about the Tukan plugins, he updates them here whenever there's an update. He posts a video here about whatever his latest update is. If you see right here, 3 weeks ago, he released this new plugin, which is basically the chorus from a Juno. That's what it's emulating, the chorus effect from the Juno synth. He started releasing a synth, and we'll talk about that more. And he added a Juno portion to the synth, but that'll make more sense when I look at it later. So definitely check out his YouTube channel. All the explanation about most of the plugins are there. Whenever he released them, you could check the backlog. It's 3 years worth of videos of when he was doing his releases and presenting them to the public. So to download the JSFX for Tukan Studios, you're gonna have to click on this download link. It's gonna take you to this GitHub page, and what you want to do is go over to where it says code, click on that, and then you want to download zip, and you're gonna get a zip file. Once you unzip it and open it, it's gonna pretty much look like this. You're gonna have a bunch of folders, and then you're gonna also have the JSFX here. So we'll look at that more in detail later. So let's jump over to the DAW. I don't have any examples today because of the type of video this is, but let's look at some of these plugins. So the first one I want to look up is the synth that he just started releasing. WTFM. So the interesting thing about this synth is that it has you see these sections here where you have WT, FM, and AN. So the WT is when it's in wavetable mode, which that's the mode it's in right now. Then FM, we'll switch it to FM mode, like the DX7 style FM. And it's super complicated with all the oscillators and all that good stuff. And then we have the AN, which is the analog mode, where it's now emulating a Juno synth. There's a good amount of presets here, and he puts the acronym at the beginning of the preset, so you know what synth these presets are for. So anything that says AN is for this synth that we're looking at, the analog Juno style synth. FM is for the FM, and I think everything else before that is for the wavetable style synth. So very flexible, very versatile synth, free synth. And he really puts a lot of work into these plugins. All right, let's look at some of these other ones. Let's look at that guitar amp. So it's called Guitar Station. This is part of the Series 2 plugins. Guitar Station. So it is resizable. We have the amp section, we have the cabinet section. Over here, you can click on these knobs to change the amp style. And over here, you click on these to change the cab style, the cabinet. So once you get your amp and your cabinet the way you want it, you can actually change mics. So we have different mic types here. And then you have the option to do no cabinet, no amp. And then just focus on the stomp pedals down here. So you have all the typical stomp pedal effects you would need down here. So fully functional guitar amp modeler, and it sounds really good. Moving right along. Let's look at, there is what is that thing called? Dynamic EQ. So the green dynamic EQ, let's just drop it here so we don't get that crazy feedback noise. Definitely all of the Series 2 plugins are resizable. So this is a full dynamic EQ. Even the shelves, we have a shelf here, high shelf, low shelf. Even the shelves are dynamic. You hit this button here by the D for dynamic and hit that, and the dynamic section opens up for you to dial in your settings for your dynamics, range, sensitivity, attack, release, threshold, all that good stuff. Basic dynamic EQ stuff. And then all the 3 bands in the middle are dynamic, and down here we still have high pass, low pass filters, and there is a output trim. What else can we look at? They have a lot of summing stuff in here. Let's look at the tape. So we got the tape recorder, tape style plugin. We have this drive section here. We have the worn type. So as you switch this, you get some visuals here. If you play, it'll be rotating. So we have tape A, tape B type, and then you get some other options here. And then there's a denoiser, because you can have noise, you can denoise. And then there's an output. And we have a switch here to choose between the age of the tape. And it's very subtle, but it actually is very present. And then we have the 38 centimeter tape or the 19 centimeter tape. So very useful plugin, a very nice, subtle, warm saturation. We'll look at one more and then we'll talk about how to use it in another DAW. So let's look at the sum channel. So once again, this is all series 2, so it is resizable. And like I was saying before, we have the input section, saturation, desk noise, high pass, low pass filters. There's some extra detailed features with how you can set this up with the different desks. By the way, they are different desks, so it'll change the look. So if we switch the desk, the knobs change. It is emulating a different type of desk. So from API to the Neve style, all that good stuff. So we have gate here. We have a gate, which is very handy. We have a compressor, and you can actually change the compressors, which is something new that was added. So you don't just have one compressor, you have different style of compressor. Strip compressor, Vari-Mu compressor, VCA compressor. Then some of the compressors that's already in this bundle is baked into this plugin. So your 1176, LA2A. So very well thought out plugin. And then we have your EQ section here. And then by the output, we have output trim, soft clip, hard clip. You could turn one on, you could turn both on, you could turn them both off, and dial in your clipping settings. And then over here, I'm figuring this is for the schematics, so you can choose the order of the signal flow. Gate compressor EQ, gate EQ compressor, compressor gate EQ, compressor EQ gate compressor, EQ compressor gate. So well thought out, very functional plugin. All right, let's jump over to another DAW that does not support JSFX, and we're going to utilize YSFX, and there you go. It's already there. So let me load this from scratch so you can see what that looks like. So let's get rid of this, delete plugin. We're going to add it, YSFX. Let's load that. So it's going to open like this. You can grab the bottom edge like this and open it up. And one thing I did today, which was kind of cool, let me bring this folder over here. I was able to just drag from the folder one of the plugins right in here to start. So sometimes this DAW crashed on me a couple of times, so hopefully it doesn't crash, but that's all about the DAW's fault. So let's grab this Varibus comp series 2 here, and I'm gonna drag it right into the YSFX plugin. So just drag it over. So I'm dragging the JSFX from the folder that we downloaded from the GitHub page with all the JSFX from Tukan Studios, and now we're just dragging it from the folder into the YSFX plugin wrapper. Drop it in, and boom, there we go. It just loads it, and we're good to go. And then what I noticed was once I did that, the path for that folder was already set for the YSFX. So when I wanted to load another plugin, I just click load, and it was already in the Tukan Studios folder. And then I can load a different compressor or a different plugin, whatever plugin I wanted. Console meter, what is this? And when I go to load it, it asks if I'm sure that I want to switch, because it's going to get rid of this plugin. Hit yes, and there it is. Console meters. Okay, I remember that plugin. Let's look at this chorus, series 2. This is the new chorus that he just released, and this is emulating Juno, the Juno chorus. So definitely check out Tukan Studios, guys. It's a lot of plugins. I'm not even scratching the surface on how many plugins are here. It is a lot. So definitely check them out. If you're not in Reaper, to install it in Reaper, it's different because it is native. So watch the video on John's website, on his YouTube channel, I should say. He does explain how to install it. It's one of the videos in the earlier part of when he released it, so just go back to 3 years ago, and or just search it on YouTube, and how to install Tukan Studios VST plugins or plugins, and they'll show you how to do it for Reaper. But definitely it's been a good find for me. I use these plugins a lot. They are very good, very useful, and they're not CPU hogs. They're very balanced, very balanced, not too crazy with the power usage. And there are a lot, just about all the basic plugins that you need are there. So there's a ton of compressors. There's at least 3 limiters, bunch of different styles of EQs. Like you saw the green EQ, this is the orange EQ. This one is not dynamic, the other one is. Then we have the full text style EQ if you need something like that. So we got that there. Whatever compressor you need, there's a modulator. There's even an actual reverb ducker. There are a bunch of reverbs, a good amount of lexicon reverb emulation. There's a blue lexicon, there's a red lexicon. There goes the red lexicon. These sound really good. So just explore his YouTube channel and you'll get more of a overview of what's available, because you'll see the different releases that he did, and he's still releasing more. So definitely check those out, guys. Add them to your arsenal, whether you're in Reaper or you're in any other DAW that supports VST3 clap plugins. Utilize the YSFX to load JS plugins, and give them a try. Check them out. They're very cool. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Check the link in the description for my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. So if you're looking to understand how your computer works along with your DAW to help power your DAW, the internal parts of your computer works along with your DAW to power your DAW to give you a smooth experience, definitely check out that series. It'll help you understand how it all works. So if you're having issues with your system where your DAW is lagging with the audio, you're having latency issues, your audio is clicking and popping, it's dropping in and out, it's stuttering, your DAW is freezing and crashing a lot, that series will help you understand why that might be happening and what you may need to do to fix that issue. Also, there's a link in the description for a growing playlist for these videos that I do multiple times a week, these live stream videos presenting you guys with free VST plugins, free audio plugins in general. Definitely check that link out. It's a growing playlist. I'm always adding the videos to it. It's over probably 400 and maybe close to 40 videos now, presenting you guys with free VST plugins. And when I present them, I like to present you guys with 100% free plugins. It's near Black Friday and everybody has all these Black Friday deals and they got you like pressed, like you gotta get it before Black Friday. I don't mess around with that stuff. I present you guys with 100% free plugins from the developers, offering you guys free plugins. So definitely check out those videos. Also, there is a link in the description for a growing playlist for a series that I started this year titled 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every week for 52 weeks, I'll be releasing a new video focusing on a key feature in Reaper. And that series is just there to highlight and showcase what makes Reaper such an amazing DAW. Very flexible, very feature rich, and well supported by the developers and the community. So if you're looking for a new DAW, you're thinking about switching, thinking about learning a new DAW, or you're interested in Reaper in particular, definitely check out that series. It'll help you understand what makes that DAW so flexible, so feature rich, and just very practical. Just amazing with all the things that are built right into the DAW itself. All right, guys, definitely check back later this week. I should be presenting you guys with more free VST plugins. It might be a mixture of JSFX and VSTs, but definitely check back later this week for more free VST plugins, 100% free. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, you will see me in the next video.